Y'all ready for some glazed donuts? Well, you can't have glazed donuts without donut holes, so let me show you how I do it. I start off with some warm milk, and then I add in my yeast. I give that a mix, and then I let it sit until the yeast activates. Now, while my yeast is activating, I go ahead and grab the king, which is King Arthur bread flour. I level it off and pour it into my mixing bowl. Next, I add in some sugar and some salt, and then I put my whisk attachment on and mix that all together. Now my milk and yeast is all activated. It's time to put my paddle attachment on and pour it into my dry mixture. After that, I'm going in with my eggs, and then I'm going in with my butter. I'm going to let that mix until the dough attaches itself to the hook. Then I'm going to take that dough off that hook and place it onto a flour surface. Then I'm going to knead it for about 5 minutes. After that, I'm going to place it into a greased bowl, add some saran wrap to the top, then place it in a warm spot. I place mine on top of the stove, just like that. Now, after it has risen double its size, it's time to take that saran wrap off and give it the big punch. Then pour it back out onto a flour surface and then roll it out until it's about 1 inch in thickness. Now, I'm using a donut cutter. The link for this will be in the description. It cut my donuts and my donut holes at the same time. See, I got donuts and I got donut holes. I placed them on a baking tray lined with parchment, and now it's time to proof them all over again. I placed them back on top of the stove to rise again, but this time I put a clean baking cloth on top. While I'm waiting for them to rise again, it's time to make the glaze. I got some powdered sugar here. I'm adding in some softened cream cheese. I'm adding in some butter. Then I'm going in with some vanilla. I'm going in with some milk, and then I'm going in with some International Delight sweet cream. I'm going to mix that all together until it's good and smooth. My glaze is ready, and also my donuts are ready. So now it's time to fry them up. My oil is already preheated, so now I'm just going to start dropping them in. Now, they don't take very long to cook. They only cook about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. So I'm just going to flip them over and then remove them and place them onto a clean paper towel. Then I'm going to add them to my glaze one at a time, making sure that I flip them and coat all sides. Now, my glaze is kind of thick, but you guys can make it as thin as you like. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my donut holes. I'm going to throw them into the pot, fry them up until they're good and brown, and then I'm going to take them out, drain them, and then throw them into the glaze. Give them a good mix, and they're all done. Now look at them doggone donut holes. Now I did thin the glaze out a little bit for these, but don't they look divine? And them donuts look divine too. Y'all already know what's next. I got to give it a taste. Come on closer now so you can see the inside. Now for them donut holes. Whew, Lord, that's good right there.